Okay, today I'm going to show you about the Jingjia Micro Chinese made GPU 3D card that I bought on TB. This is the main website of the Jingjia Micro Genga. Okay, let me show you the. Now I'm using the Honor Play 4T with the SMIC made CPU. 中芯國際 made SMIC made the first CPU, Kirin 7108. So I am using this phone to record this video to see the performance and to introduce you the the first Chinese made, Chinese chip maker made GPU, no, the CPU, Kirin 7108. Okay, alright, so go inside. The GPU I'm using is the JM7201 7 series. Here is the GPU. Now is the GPU here. It's 28 nanometer CMOS architecture, supports 4K, but normally it cannot because it's not so great. It's around the NVIDIA GTX GT4 GT640 around those kind of level performance. GT640 6040, okay, those kind of level. I think it's around the 7 or 8 years ago. Those kind of low end video card. So it supports 3D OpenGL as well. So it has the frequency here, 1000 MHz, and memory 1000 something MHz as well. And it supports 4 gig memory and 4.8 gigapixels per second for the those kind of performance and specifications here. HDMI has, but the HDMI doesn't work, so I needed to buy a pair of speaker in order to use the sound, because the HDMI cannot output the sound to the monitor. I think it's about the driver's issue. It only supports the HDMI with the video output and no sound so far. And the card is here. There are MXM version for laptop as well, and mine is this one. So it's the Jingjia Micro PCIe 3D display card, and just stay here like that. You can see back my part 1 video talking about the physical unboxing video. Okay, it's like this is the Chinese made GPU. Okay, and there are so many. Zhaoxin also has C9601 and Nongson and those kind of video cards. Sooner or later there will be a lot of Chinese made GPU and integrated GPU and CPU and GPU 3D card as well. So I think it's very brilliant for the future Chinese technology about the chipset. So there are news about the JM9 series. Those kind of levels around the NVIDIA 1080. So there are news. See, the Chinese made Jingjia Micro, the next generation GPU, is around the performance GTX 1080. So you can see that now I'm using JM7200 7 series, and then the lowest one is the 5 series. So it's around falling behind AMD and NVIDIA 6 to 10 years. But JM9 series for the next generation, I think is much better. There are JM2, JM94, JM98. So the JM9 series and NVIDIA 1080, there is a chart for you to compare them. OpenGL 4.5, 4.5 DirectX, no direct support for the API. macros similar, and the core macros similar, the PCI 4, PCI 3, and 512 gig per second, so it's faster than the GTX. For the memory speed and GDDR5 and this HBM, I don't know what, 16 gig RAM, and 128 G pixels per second. This is only 111, so it's faster than the GTX 1080. And the low grade one, 9231, also has the 32 gig pixels. It's not so great. I think 9271 will be great for gaming. 20 watt, 150 watt. But for this, now I'm using this very low consumption one, 10 watt around, I think. Let me check it back. Yeah, it's around the 10 watt and 15 watt, so much better than the GT640 NVIDIA one, around 50 watt. So its power consumption is very low. It's good. So it's about the GPU background. So I'm expecting the JM9 series, that will be great. Now it's just a 7 series, so it can be okay, I think now. So now I will show you about the card information. So I'm now using the UOS. So you can UOS here, UOS. So it can only work on the UOS and Kirin OS because it's based on Debian. If you based on the RPM that Fedora one, with the RPM, there are no drivers so far for RPM and Fedora, only for Debian .deb. You buy the card and then the vendor will send you the .deb drivers right here. Let me show you. So they will give you this MWV, and unzip it, you will have the .deb. So low .rpm so far, so it cannot run on the Fedora 28 and Linux system. Okay, alright. And and I'm using the Longsun 3A4000, and Longsun also has a 7A1000 GPU and network card as well. So those kind of information, 3A4000 CPU running with this kind of, Longsun has the GPU, right? GPU, so device of the display device here, Longsun GPU, and this device is unknown one, no name, so it's the jingjia Michael 7200. So here 7200 the code. The information I don't think is correct, so you can also open the terminal to see. So 7200, yeah, it's the same 7200 MWV206 driver. So this card is the jingjia Michael, and then the VGA is the Longsun 7A1000 GPU. So the correct version, right? MWV 206 jingjia Michael. Okay, so let me show you the gaming, the performance of gaming. I don't think it's good, so play the Flare. I played it on the previously using the AMD RX 560, and it was very smooth and playable, very smooth using the 3A4000. But now you can see, even you move the mouse cursor, it's very slow. Couldn't really move to where I want, so I don't think you can play game. Before I played this game, no problem, fine, but now you can see, just like a PPT, PowerPoint playing, pictures moving, bit by bit, 1 FPS I think. Oh, inside. very lagging. It's very slow. You cannot play. You can see I'm moving. Just like a PPT presentation. I don't think it's playable. It's not playable. So quit the game. Cannot really play it, so try next game. 3D game I don't think is playable. Some kind of 2D game with some 3D graphic, we cannot. Oh, now you can see JM7200 the renderer is the here. This shows the display cards company Changsha Jingjia Michael. Changsha Jingjia Michael Electron. So it is the actual card now running with OpenGL. Okay. So let me inside. I don't think it's playable because when you move the mouse cursor, you really cannot move to where you want. That's the problem, which shows that it's very slow, so you cannot play, I think. So let me go inside and try. Have a try, have a shot. CPU no problem. 3A4000 nonsense. I think it's fast enough to handle those things because previously I used the AMD RX 560, which is very smooth. Now you can see you cannot. It's like PPT. Here inside, just like see the FPS 1. So I don't think it's playable. So I better quit the game. Cannot move. Cannot shoot. 3D game fail. And those kind of small game I think is playable. See here, the Mice Ripper, okay, it's playable. Those are small game I think is playable. And the Snake, the Red Run is mine. So it's playable, very smooth. And this one, not playable, very slow. No response. So this one, oh, this one okay, playable. Cause small game is okay, not a 3D game okay. Touch right Razor 2D game. For 3D game I don't think it's playable. Very lagging. Before I used AMD RX 560. It was smooth, playing well, but now you can see cannot. Just like PPT. Even the response time very slow. Mouse couldn't move to where you want. Very hard to move to where you want. And this one, this one is better because it's not so 3D involved, so it's okay, but I don't know how to play. I think it's enough. So to sum up, for gaming, I don't think it works for 3D gaming. And sometimes some 2D games involving some 3D graphic also couldn't. So, but for small games like Snake or some kind of mine sweeper, which is good, which is fine for playing. So that's the story. But using the AMD RX 560, which works very well for with the Longson 384,000 previously, as I showed previously. So now let me show you about the video. So now I'm inside the Bilibili, play the video for you. 7200 I think it's okay for 720p, works fine, but it's a little bit slow comparing to AMD RX 560. It's workable. But if you expand it to full screen, the full screen, which is not so fast as the small screen. Small screen this is faster. For the frame per second is faster if you shrink it to a small screen. Okay. So randomly see some kind of video.
Hello，大家好，我是小齐。前段时间我被迫做了3期的幸福全靠巧克力吐槽，为什么说是被迫呢？因为我在想你们的都没什么内容呢，至少人家电视剧还有颜，你的声音不好听，也是可笑。咋的？你们看剧可以不看剧情，只看颜值，我的粉丝就不能不看内容，只听声音吗？不会是那种垃圾粉丝看我的视频，是不是看我的内容的吧？兄弟姐妹们，把好听打在公屏上。怎么会推动动力？这你妈晦气！你自己是老倒霉蛋，怎么还到我身上？反思一下自己啊，做啥缺德事好吧？我还挺喜欢你的，趁热剧明热度是吧？
Video I think is okay. No problem. Word, Excel, those kind of things I think is okay. Right? No problem. 720, no problem. But
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
so I think it's enough. So far I think it's usable. and I'm expecting the JM9 series so that I can play game with it. I'm expecting it. So next year probably have more Chinese GPU and 3D cards out on the market. So don't worry about that. That's all. Thanks for watching. I will show you more about the Chinese chipset and Chinese hardware, Chinese CPU, GPU news and demonstration to you later.